Sure. Yeah.
Hey, hey, Jay, welcome to Showdown.
Thanks for having me.
In case anybody out there doesn't know who you are, what's your name?
My name is Jay Smith.
Where are you from?
I live currently in Saginaw, Texas. So I like to call it Fort Worth, but proper would be Saginaw. So
And have you ever been here before?
no, this is my first time, and I'm very pleased that you invited me. It's an amazing, amazing little bar. The perfect like neighborhood joint. I don't want to give it out the secret because I know most probably the locals like it the way it is, but I think I might come back here a few times after this. So
And the prices aren't too bad either.
excellent, excellent. The beer's cold too. So
Yeah. So, what do you got going on in terms of music?
let's see, music. We're in the process. I mean, I've been doing music for over 20 years, but just recently got connected with one of the better and most talented musicians slash producers in the Metroplex and beyond through an amazing friend of mine, Bobby Texas, who is a steel guitar player for pretty much anybody and everybody. He's also blessed me with his musical presence and introduced me to Tim Allen, and we've been recording a new EP that'll be released the end of this year, and throughout the year we'll be releasing singles periodically, and the first one will be Memorial Day weekend. So one of them days will be coming out that Friday, the 27th. So really excited about that. We're still in the gearing up process, getting all of the merchandise and the designs and all of the distribution stuff lined out. So that's a lot of its own monster before or after you've already created the musical monster. So
And how new of a song is One of Them Days?
that song was written in 2002. So it's 20 years old, and it was previously recorded in Austin, Texas, at a studio called Jumpin' Dog Studios, and it was out of a very talented producer's house. I think a lot of there's a lot of Texas artists that are now currently still recording there. And unfortunately, I can't recall the individual's name that I know, but we did a little demo back in 2002, and that was one of the songs that was on it. With a completely different band, but it was written. I wrote that song, and it's now taken on its new life, and I'm really proud of it. So I think it's gonna. Hopefully, it lasts. I mean, it's lasted 20 years already. So if we get another 20 out of it, I'll be really, really pleased.
If anybody gets another 20 out of me, I'll be shocked. So,
Same here. Same here. If I get another 20, yeah, to play it, that'd be great.
And this is going to be on an EP that follows? Or?
Yes, EP. I haven't really named the EP yet. I think we're gonna figure that out as we go. There's songs on it called Mercy, Spare Me, Regret, One of Them Days, Let It Be. So there's a lot of cool titles that we could kind of choose from, or create like a piece that speaks to us as a whole, and then name the album itself. So we're still in the process of doing that as well.
Two more originals and a Charlie Shafter cover, and you've got a full album instead of an EP.
There you go. And that's what the difference is like. You want 5 or 7, because the difference is EP or LP type thing. And I don't know if I have enough money to spend on an LP. I'll put it that way. So at the moment, we're gearing up for an EP, and then if it comes to it, we'll probably just kind of start throwing out singles after the fact and see how it evolves.
How'd you end up in Fort Worth or near Fort? Saginaw is basically Fort Worth.
Yeah, I went to Texas A&M, and during that time, my sister was a TCU student. She was a student of the music school there. Played classical violin with the orchestra there at TCU, and I'd come up here and periodically visit her and go see concerts, and she'd take me around the area, and I'd kind of get lost myself. I love to kind of, dive into the area and see what it has to offer while I'm there, and kind of just fell in love with the place itself, the whole area, the Metroplex as a whole, and the thought of a big city at the time was, to me, the definition was Dallas and Fort Worth itself. That big Metroplex kind of seemed a big city. I grew up in Laredo, Texas, which at the time was the fastest growing city in America, next to, I think, Las Vegas. And I grew up during that time and left right when it was booming, which was like perfectly timed. And I don't know, just the visit to the area every time was a great experience. And I just kind of knew I needed to be up here when I was done with school and you know going into my adulthood type thing. So that's how I ventured to this area.
So you lived in Austin for a while, back before 2000,
Yeah.
and you're in Fort Worth now.
Yep.
How would any thoughts about I guess, the music communities from your experience there and compared to 20 years later in Fort Worth?
It's funny because music at the time when I was in Austin was mainly, to me it had a very touristy vibe. They hold the I guess the live music capital of the world moniker, and they love that about their city, which is great. And there's um, nothing wrong with that. I would assume that most cities could claim that if they have more than one venue, they'll keep it running and keep it going and people playing. So you always would be able to find music in Austin. The community itself, as musicians, I think they're more your careered musicians are kind of like stockyard musicians here in Fort Worth. We all know them, we love them, and they maintain a residency, so to speak, where they're at. They're comfortable. People know them. They love that about doing it. I think Austin has that same vibe. Um, Other than your mainstream venues like Stubbs and ACL and those major venues, uh, there's a similarity. But being in the actual community of musicians and songwriters in Fort Worth, everyone here is very uh, you know team spirited. I've personally been a part of a lot of writing circles and helping a lot of artists write as well, helping a lot of artists with booking managements and groups that are helping them find new venues and new avenues to present their music. To me, it seems as though, from my experience, Fort Worth has a lot more of a loving vibe towards musicians, from one musician to another. So um, that's not saying that Austin doesn't offer that as well, but I don't frequent that area as much as I could and write with those artists. I know that there's amazing artists everywhere, so to each their own. I love it here, so I'd say Fort Worth all the way.
Well, what do you like to do around Fort Worth when you're not playing music on the weekends?
Oh, let's see. There's lakes everywhere, so I love being by the water during the warm seasons. Um, there's always if I'm not playing music, if I can, I'm out watching and listening. I have a lot of amazingly talented friends that play in all kinds of different bands, from pop to Texas country to big band type of style, orchestral type things, and it's just amazing to watch them do their thing. So if I can, we'll be out supporting live music, supporting local venues, just like this amazing venue itself. These are types of places that you can't find everywhere. They're there for a reason. They've maintained their rent or their
Taxes, at least.
because people love it, and that's what I love about Fort Worth is we're all kind of a community strong type of group of people, and everyone helping everybody. That's why I'm here. So I'm helping you, you're helping me, and this is really cool. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I've also seen, just in terms of touring bands, there's a network of people that if somebody needs a place to crash or their van
you
breaks
have somebody
down,
on your couch right now. I mean, it's amazing. Yeah, you've got somebody's truck in your
just
driveway,
random drifters coming through. Or like when Eli Howard's van was stolen, the other week, like everybody
terrible.
Steps up.
Oh, I saw
in 36 hours they had a gear put together for a show.
Do you know who Justin Tipton is?
Yeah,
his van or his trailer got stolen 2 days ago and took all their equipment too.
Holy cow!
They got their trailer back. All of their stuff is gone. So I think we're all rallying around that as well, trying to help support him and getting all of his, at least maybe some money towards some new gear, but his gear is gone. And it's just an unfortunate thing. It seems to be happening a lot lately. So unfortunately, people don't realize that musicians don't, career musicians don't do it for fun and, have means to provide after the fact. It's when that stuff gets stolen, you've taken their livelihood, and it's tragic. So,
and also there's a lot of history in each piece of equipment.
Totally.
And just like things I've had in my career that I keep, like, why do you have that book? And I was like, well, let me tell you about that book and when I got it and who gave it to me.
Exactly.
And
Totally.
I can look at that and it's like a touchstone of like, it can take me back to that place 20 years ago or 15 years ago.
I agree. The guitar I play was a present from my wife. And as much as it's frustrating that there's a specific sound that some guitars make, and I've done everything I can to put some new pickups in it. I've even worn a hole in the side of the guitar from strumming and, just being rough on it and playing it. It's never going to go anywhere, and if somebody took that from me, it would be the loss of tons of memories, tons of songs that were written on it. So.
And it's kind of like from when I'm writing something, I either need a whiteboard or I need a like nice pad of paper and a felt pen.
Yeah.
And then I can write.
I like those.
But I can't just pick up a laptop normally and just type it out.
Mm-mm.
I need that. And I think guitar, I can't play a
paper.
guitar, but I have a feeling it's the same way. You pick up that guitar and it kind of,
Totally.
the muse blesses you with her presence.
It's funny because I do have a guitar that, we typically call your beater guitar that, no case, campfire, outdoors, all seasons, just put it in your hands like when you need it. And that guitar was given to me by my old roommate, and we sat around College Station playing that thing over and over and over again. And he's like, "Man, I'm moving to Alaska, and I don't need this. You want it, sure." And that's the one I predominantly write on. It doesn't sound great, but there's just a vibe.
Does it have a name?
No. No, it's funny. I didn't.
Just
name
that
it.
old guitar.
My kids put Spider-Man stickers on it. I mean, it's got its uses. Kids learning on it, beating on it. The strings are old and rusty, but there's just a good something about it. The vibe is like love and warmth. So whenever I'm pigging around the house, working on something new or whatever, it's that guitar. So.
Well, I said it'd be maximum 10 minutes, and we're at 12:45, and our burgers are here.
Nice.
So we'll let you eat.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.